time around. The last thing the locals want is for them to be demoted into the second tier of nations. And of course, the last thing they want is them to lose 3 home games in a row, which is pretty much unheard of. It will be the visitors who get things underway. 8 matches already played in the league campaign, and already first strike in anger, and they almost do. And they're going to score as well. They look for a flag, but Mbappe's celebrating.
Always get a lot of credit and lines people, do they? But it's definitely a fantastic spot. And when you think how...
The target from set pieces, and he almost got to it. And then Giroud has us in 29 places further back in the rankings, and yet above.
But now is the time that players are really starting to hit their stride.
N'Golo Conte, Karim Benzema, Paul Pogba, of course, who still might be. So they do win the ball back. This particular fixture, as the long ball towards Giroud is quite a good one actually, and he almost got there in front of him. Crossing towards an opportunity if Giroud can take it. Try and repel a free kick, guided in by Mbappe, but headed away, thumped away by Lionheart. They've worked it pretty well. Sabitzer has a shot from distance. It's the dominant in a large part in all their 4 games, but international duty now part of the Barcelona project. Mbappe, Chouameni, well, he managed to get a shot away. It seemed that not only in the groove but creating chances, and Klaus's ball in eludes the finger. They are fortunate to still be at 0-0. That hasn't got himself in the clear. Now Klaus and Griezmann, and a deflection takes it out for the corner, but
4-3 of Mbappe, Giroud and Griezmann. It's 5
period. They're currently 4th in the FIFA World Rankings, behind Brazil, Belgium and Ireland. Giroud pulls away on the far, good header back. What they need is just a period of decent possession. The ball is another clever one aimed towards Chouameni, but gathered in Austria. They're just hanging in there. Griezmann felt it, didn't get the verdict. Back to Giroud and back to Mbappe. Oh, I thought he was going to just tap it in. Well, he was top scorer with 15 last campaign. The squad today not been selected, so up towards Giroud, good header down, and Griezmann almost on the end of it. I tell you what, he brings in, and he is an unselfish player. Don't forget, he does have a finish in this Sabitzer. Hopping it on towards, back quickly again by Zivald. But the ball forward towards Arnautovic was, there he is on the ball the 3rd time in this move. Tries to find Mbappe to 2 of the 4 UEFA Nations League games, and targets to pick out. Mbappe, one of the Chouameni, goes out for another corner. Coming again. Oh, there's a couple of occasions since. Here's Klaus. Another dangerous ball, Giroud. Mbappe brings in Klaus, but tried to bring in Weimann, but it was too difficult to...
Fantastic players in the middle.
And here's one of them. Back to Griezmann. He has a crack block. He's going to have a go. And it was on target, so just typical of the way it's gone for the French. If they were to
nil at half-time, I think realistically they'll be quite happy.
It's a bit short. It's a good ball. Here's Fofana, trying to find Giroud. Get off the second fielder twinge, and that's what Koundé's... Mbappe's going to get there. Can he finish? But he might be able to set it well. He tried to set up Fofana. So the French come out just ahead of the start of the... Feeling very, very pleased that they've managed to. And Austria will feel that, despite the fact they're up against some really prolific being second best, and Mendy's got round the back again. Giroud made the dart, and he is tackled by Sabitzer. Here he is again. It's a good ball, Schlager. Oh, if he could have taken that. Oh, indeed, away from home. Goes towards Griezmann. He wasn't the intended recipient, and Klaus puts it over the bar.
Lodge Austria.
Austria just Klaus. Keeps on going and keeps on going and fires France into the lead. Just at the moment where Austria was starting to ask one or two questions, they lose the ball in midfield, and about 15 seconds later, and 2 or 3 slaloming swivels of the hips later, Kylian Mbappe gives France the lead. Around the outside, on towards, I think, the run of country who will go deep in every competition.
I'd imagine there'll be some form of comp who use this body.
Now here's Arnautovic. Well, he got beyond Varane here. Giroud again, brilliant. Onto Mbappe, who tried to return it back to his colleague. The one that set Mbappe away and then maybe took a defender out of the way. Badiashile, Chouameni. Austria maybe, Arnautovic looking, but Badiashile, a couple of new players to come through. Giroud heads in and caps a fine performance. We were saying how he's been such a great foil for Mbappe. Well, he's now stolen a headline of his own. Say what you like about the likes of Benzema and Mbappe, they don't get up and win headers like that. High crosses into the box. There's some countries who would just love those kind of players to be available. They're going to be around for a long, long time as well. I mean, I don't think this will count. It's going to be missed anyway, so we'll never know, I guess, for sure. Now the flag goes. It's a great ball. It almost lost out on this occasion. Mano wins it back. Griezmann, Denmark is still in with a chance of qualification. Fofana, Giroud, Fofana again. Mattia Guendouzi's on the bench as well this evening. So many up way to the front of the queue. Can't be lost on anyone. These Mendy just too high for. Only got themselves to blame, really. Modric, that Camavinga I mentioned earlier as well. Now added Norway, Romania and Northern Ireland.
Going at such a high level for longer.
He turns 36. And he's on his way again. And he keeps Raiola. Maybe it will now with Schlager. He shielded away well by Varane. Badiashile's beaten to it. And bench layers, they're going to be around for a long, long time as well. I mean, I don't think this will count. It's going to be missed anyway, so we'll never know, I guess, for sure. Now the flag goes. It's a lovely ball as well. Here's Mbappe. Oh, he's got it all wrong. He went for an unselfish layoff and then hit it on the volley, Mbappe. It's national matches, apart from in a penalty shootout. Valuable game time. Is he going to get tested here? Schlager tried to lay it into the path of... Maybe there's no place for Griezmann, who knows? But the bottom line is, Giroud has just been outstanding. Mendy just too high for back in March, so he certainly looked impressive. And Kunku